All right, another. Oh, I thought my welding helmet was a person. There's nobody here but us chickens. Anyway, I've been in the shop too long. Here's what we did today. I got a new fuel. Which way? Go this way. I got a new fuel filter here. And also new lines from the bulkhead to the other bulkhead. Nope, that way. I'll get it figured out one day. Yeah, so new lines and new fuel filter. I didn't know anything about the filter that was in it. I wanted to make sure I knew that I had one, that I knew what the part numbers were and all that kind of stuff. So we just went ahead and popped another one in there. So there's another $300. Put that on the bill. I'll do my breakdown soon. What else do we do? More wiring cleanup. I made a new wire for a new cable for the fuel pump. I cut the wire nuts out of the one that was in it. It had 3 wires spliced together, all twisted with wire nuts. Not the right way to do it. So I soldered a connection in. I put a plug in for the manual switch up here. And it's all soldered together and then taped and wrapped and all that kind of stuff. So I used this double cable that I have. Oh, here, I've got a piece down here on the ground that I cut off. It's heavily insulated and it's 2-wire and it's 10 gauge. So that will carry the amperage to the pump, no problem. And then I had to neck it down. This is the plug that came with the fuel cell to go through the bulkhead of the fuel cell to power the fuel pump. So in this here, there is a solder joint for that, and then it's heat shrinked and then wrapped and then taped. So good. I need to secure it. I will be running it along the firewall here and then down, and I'll have little deals to hold it in place with zip ties, and then it'll plug right in down in that way, down in there. Yeah. So progress, that's good. That's almost done. What else did we do? That doesn't count. That was barely anything. Just worked on cleaning up more wires. Under here, I trimmed this power cord down a little bit, put a new end on it. I need to get it mounted back up and then clean some other stuff up to get it the way that closer to the way that I like it. It's still a mess. I'm not super thrilled with all of it, but that's okay. We'll get it done. Tomorrow, Saturday, finish welding so that I can be done with that. And then I need to wire the negative line to all of the kill switches and then get that plugged in. And then I've got one more connection to put to power the PDM for the switches. And then I think we can put a little gas in it and test fire. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Test fire the truck and get it running again. So we will be doing that. I've got to shorten one more cable. There's a power cable for the Holly that'll run straight to the battery. I have to shorten that, but that's easy. Shortening things is easy. And then I'll get it routed and sent back. And that should be about it. I still have to mount the headlights. I'm avoiding it because it's a lot of work and I haven't quite figured out what I want to do yet. So there's a bar right in here, but I'm gonna have to split the fiberglass to get to it, and then build a mounting tab that I can bolt the light through and then weld it in and all that. So it's quite a bit of work. Parts came in today. What parts did we get today? We got cool race car parts, like a pair of Wix Racing air filters. So I got a fresh air filter and then a spare, and then this is the one that came off the truck. You can see it's pretty dirty and gross. I like those boxes from Wix. Those are really trick, and I like the color scheme from them and everything. Race car parts. More money. Also, I got my fresh rotors. Shoo! Those are nice. I can't wait to get those put on. Those are for the front. Those will be going on soon before we test drive the truck, and that way they're on and good. And those are slightly used, so they should already be bedded and all that kind of stuff. Pads, I got pads with them used, little slightly used pads as well. Perfectly fine for what I am doing with the truck, no problem. The list. Let's go over the list. There's more writing than there are cross-throughs. That sucks. Okay, what do we have? Filter mount. Still working on that. Filter mount. I just need to get a clamp that friggin' one of these things. Whatever. Anyway, that'll be temporary. Then I'm going to get some billet clamps that'll mount between the filter itself and the roll cage. That'll look better. But for now, I don't have time to order those. I think I found the ones that I want, but I don't have time to order them. So we'll just go with the other method. I've got a rubber isolator that fits between the tube. It's actually a Bilstein reservoir shock separator. So it'll be fine. That will work. Wire pump, almost done. I just need to plug it in and then secure the wiring. And then I need to wire the fuel level gauge. That will be kind of important because I have no idea what the fuel consumption of this truck. Still have to do fire suppression. Another task I'm avoiding because there's a lot of stuff to do for that. The interior, finish mounting the seats, secure more wiring, and run the heat shield. That hopefully I'll get most of that taken care of tomorrow. I'm hoping I can be done with the wiring tomorrow. That includes the battery cutoff kill switches. That's on the list here. The lights I have to do. This includes just basically everything that's coming off that switch. So the horn and the blinkers. I got to wire those in, which means I have to build harnesses to splice everything in together. The radio intercom. I was going to cut that into the dash, but I'm going to redo the dash in the future. So I'm just going to mount it right on top of the dash, like right there. I don't like this panel. It's not connected over here until you put the top plate on. That sucks. So it all kind of, it's not good. So I'm going to build a new face plate for it all the way across, and then I'll cut the intercom into that. No problem. Drain and refill the power steering pump, or the power steering reservoir. That shouldn't take too long, but I'll get it done. Let's see, passenger seat, that's part of the interior. I need to weld the plates, finish welding the tubes, put belt tabs and the standoff for the shoulder harnesses, which I may or may not do because it's not a safety concern at this event because there will not be a passenger in the vehicle while I am competing. And so it would be fine to just have the belts run across the tube that's there. It'd be a little low, but it'll be okay. No problem. Chase truck. I tested the radio. I have to find a place for it to live, but it powers on at least. I have not tested it transmitting yet. And then finish the tire carrier modifications. There is a couple things under the hood that I need to take care of. I got a new air filter in. Looks nice. This is carbon fiber, and it's really lightweight, and it's super cool, and I really like it. Race car parts. That's where carbon fiber belongs, not as a wrap inside the dash. That's silly. There are some things that need heat shielding that I want to. I got to hopefully be able to get some parts at Summit or something on Tuesday. Like these fuel lines, I want to wrap these in this same type of material so I can protect them all the way down here. And then I found a wire down here where the wrap on it, it's kind of hard to see, got a little hot. So I think the wires are fine. It's for a sensor of some kind. I'm not sure what. I haven't traced it. But I want to make sure that that has some heat protection as well. Eventually, I'll probably heat wrap like everything under the hood. All the little hoses and cables and wires and all that kind of stuff. It's just smart to do that and insulate all that. This is a diagram for how I'm planning to run my kill switch cutoffs. I think I'm going to go with the top method, but I'm not sure yet. And I may switch the driver and passenger, because then I can run it straight to the battery, or there is a grounding stud right by the seat, passenger seat as well. So anyway, the way it's going to work is there's 3 plugs, 2 on the outside, 1 on the inside. They will all be daisy chained together, switching to ground. And so they will, when you push the button, it interrupts the ground, and that sends a signal to the battery, the steady state, solid state battery cutoff that I have, and that kills the power. That shuts it off instantaneously. So that's how that works. I got to get that wired up tomorrow as well before we start the truck, because everything runs to the battery cutoff, and if ground is interrupted, it won't start because there'll be no power. So got to do that, get everything tested. And yeah, getting close. Couple more days of work. Hopefully we're done by Monday. Saturday, Sunday should be able to do that. There may be some people coming over to help me over the weekend, which would be amazing. Because aside from Garrett and Brian coming and helping me with a couple little tasks, it's been solo prep to get this thing all done. And it is a task, but race car stuff. I like it. I burnt my thumb and my finger on the soldering iron. That was awesome. Hopefully that doesn't impede me too much, but I do have nice markings on my thumb now. So anyway, it's time to go home. Racetruck Diaries episode 9. Don't forget the golly, my brain is not working. The charity, toraracing.com/charity. So that's all I got. It's time to go home. Don't forget the charity, toraracing.com/charity. Sign up for the pledge drive. We're raising money. We're going to do what we can this time, earn as many points as we can, and have a good time in this truck. The weather may be a little crazy. I'm excited to do it. It's something that not many people do. It will be uncomfortable and all that, but I tend to put myself in uncomfortable positions all the time. That's how we learn and grow. So yeah, thanks for following along. See you on the next one.